Hello everyone, welcome to the European Integration course. We will begin with Chapter 1, Integration Theories in the European Union Politics. In this chapter, we will firstly talk about the meaning of integration, then early integration theories, and lastly, contemporary integration theories. Let's begin with the meaning of integration. One of the fundamental events in world politics during the 20th century has been the creation of the European Community and its evolution into the European Union. Today, the European Union is composed of 28 member states while waiting for the end result of Brexit process. As the most successful example of regional integration in the world, many scholars have sought to explain the genesis and development of European integration. As a generic definition, the European integration refers to the process of political, legal, economic, industrial, social, and cultural integration of states wholly or partially in Europe. Integration may take place in a political sense or the political integration to the social sciences in a broader sense and narrowly to the political and economic senses. The meaning of political integration refers to uniting, unifying, and organizing a group of two or more units. The political integration in building a political community with the political units as its contents through establishing the same frame of rules, creating common institutions with the power of decision-making, and projecting an identity of the integrated community. The main point in this integrating activity is the process of delegating the autonomy of the political units to the newly formed political community. As for the European integration, we can explain integration as a process whereby political actors in several distinct national settings are persuaded to shift their loyalties, expectations, and political activities toward a new center whose institutions possess or demand jurisdiction over existing national states. In fact, states have not always been integrated by voluntary agreements. In order to understand the process of integration, we can list a variety of reasons making states integrate with each other. First, states may be brought together by force, as they were in Europe by Napoleon and Hitler. Second, they may become together out of the need for security in the face of a common external threat, as the members of the NATO did during the Cold War. Third, they may share common values and goals and agree to cooperate or share resources in selected areas, as the Nordic states on transport, education, and passports have. Fourth, they may decide that they can promote peace and improve their quality of life successfully by working together rather than separately as the members of the United Nations. Now let's look into the early integration theories. Early integration theories such as federalism, functionalism, and transactionalism took an account of the origin and nature of integration. The contemporary integration theories such as neo-functionalism, intergovernmentalism, and liberal intergovernmentalism have sought to analyze how and why the EU emerged and how it works on a daily basis. For many intellectuals and politicians of the first part of the 20th century, the civilized mind needed to turn itself to the avoidance of war. Therefore, federalists contemplated the ways in which states could engineer some sort of mutual constitutional settlement that involved the delegation of power upwards to a higher form of government, thereby securing peace. Federalism focuses strongly on major issues of violence and political order. It is interested in unification, believing that this will tackle international anarchy and the conflicts which arise from them. Functionalism emerged as an alternative to federalist designs about the organization of the international system. The classic functionalist approach to world order is based on the assumption that states can create a peaceful world society through gradualist and pragmatic cooperation with one another in technical and economic sectors of activity. Functionalism offers an alternative model of the international order to the power politics approach to international relations, which is the characteristic of realism. The idea is to eliminate nationalism, which is seen as the root cause of any war, by attacking national sovereignty. Transactionalism differs from federalism and functionalism as it does not presume the need to establish federal bodies or functional agencies in order to ensure peace between nations. Transactionalism seeks to ensure sufficient integration at a social level to make conflict unthinkable. Therefore, in contrast to federalism, the transactionalist approach does not presuppose a specific legal and institutional framework. Transactionalism views integration as a process of cultural assimilation leading to the formation of international security communities in which peoples are linked in bonds of mutual trust and identification, and in which wars are no longer considered possible. Our last topic for today is contemporary integration theories. Neo-functionalism, as a popular theory of the European integration in the 1950s and 1960s, focused particularly upon the integration project in Europe. It sought to explain what was happening in Europe and to provide a conceptual framework within which developments in Europe could be understood. Neo-functionalists conceptualize the state as an arena in which societal actors operate to realize their interests. So rather than explaining international politics as a game among states, neo-functionalists consider international relations as the interplay of societal actors. Intergovernmentalists view the European integration from the standpoint of national states searching for mutually advantageous bargains. Whereas neo-functionalism explains integration as the outcome of cooperation and competition among societal actors, intergovernmentalism explains integration as the outcome of cooperation and competition among national governments. Accordingly, if neo-functionalism represents international relations liberalism in the European integration debate, intergovernmentalism certainly constitutes its realist counterpart. At the highest level of abstraction, liberal intergovernmentalism is a variant of rationalist approach in international relations theory specifically tailored to explain European integration. On the other hand, liberal intergovernmentalism is more rigorous than its antecedents, incorporating within both realist and neoliberal elements and dealing explicitly with the interface between domestic and international politics. In other words, liberal intergovernmentalism is a synthetic approach that derives from both realist liberal elements and domestic international politics. So, this is the end of our program for Chapter 1 of the European Integration course. Goodbye and see you in our next program, Chapter 2.